A very warm welcome to AW Services. I've got a product review and just an introduction to a light that I found. I was watching a channel on YouTube and I saw this light mentioned briefly within someone's video on YouTube, so credit to Paul at Off-Grid Nomad on YouTube, who shared a video that he had created with this light featured in there that I believe was his friend's property. But I did some listening to the video, found a source that sold it, and I've purchased one. So this is the Sunblesa Bivvy Lite. It comes in what I would call an EVA hard case tube. So it's a nice carry case. Camping work light. The model number is a Sierra 11 Alpha. And this comes with a 2600 milliamp hour power bank built in. And it's a tri-colour light. So let's chat in, let's get into the case. I apologise if the camera wobbles, it's just the angle that I'm working at. So you get a nice little EVA hard case, and you open it up, and you've got in here, you've got two straps that clip together. So you have two separate straps, or one long strap so you can hang it. You've got a USB, standard conventional USB charging cable. It would have been nice if that was the more modernised USB-C, but we're not going to moan about that too much. The price of this was £24.99 Great British pounds, so very affordable. Reliable light and power, Sunblesa. Very brief instruction manual, or more of a technical document. Nothing much in there to read. A wireless, what I would say is a 344 megahertz remote control that takes a CR2023 coin cell battery, I believe, without taking it apart. And then in the case, you have the light itself. So the light itself is a magnetic lamp. It has a magnetic fixing plate that comes with it in the tube, which you can then attach to a tree, whether you're using some gaffer tape or you're using a bungee cord, but that just gives you a mounting surface. The light itself is an aluminium construction with plastic end caps, which I'd say are polypropylene. The dimensions of the light are 7.5 inches in old money and 1.25 inches cylindrical diameter. So it's a nice compact size, which is just perfect for, if you're like me, you wanted to go camping, and I enjoy camping a lot. You can never own too many torches, headlamps and lanterns for camping. So this one, I like the fact that it's got a power bank in case you desperately need to charge an item. It would also be very good if you considered it for an item to put in your car. A lot of people don't prepare nowadays, but for me, I've got an emergency kit in my van, which I keep in there for all occasions, but more so winter. I've got a torch in there. I've got some army rations in there. I've got some heating pads and things like that, little knickknacks. But this would be brilliant for putting in your car emergency kit. If you are going to break down, you need an emergency light source. Or again, saying bivvy, this I think was aimed at coarse fishing, carp fishing and fishing in general. You know, if you're sat beside a lovely big lake at a fisheries for a weekend and you've got your bivvy set up, you could have this in your bivvy. From what I've done my research, I don't know a great deal about carp fishing, so please excuse my ignorance, but carp and many fish are susceptible to various lighting. If you're sat at a swim on the side of a bank at a fishery, carp fishing at night, the last thing the carp wants to see is a bright white LED head torch, because that will spook the fish and could send a whole load of fish elsewhere in the lake and further away from your hooks. So that's going to ruin your weekend. But if you have this in your bivvy, you've got subtle light. You've got red, white and green. Red is a very tactical light, so is green, but those two colours don't affect your ability to use your own night vision. Human night vision takes about 30 minutes to acclimatise, And then the last thing you want is bright white light. So you can have a subtle light, and this also ramps in colour, brightness, so you can dim it as well. On the end of the light, you've got a little hanging hook, so you can hang it as well. So power the light on. The camera may overexpose or underexpose now. So the light is now on. I can then dim that. So I've got a nice subtle white light. So that's dimming it. And that has two settings, dim and bright. I've then got red. And then you've got dim, you know, so you've got a very dim red and a very bright red. But the actual dimming of it is very nice. It doesn't strobe. I don't know whether the camera is picking this up very well at the moment, but in red. But that's a nice, very subtle, low-key red. It's not bright, it's not in your face. And then we've got green, a beautiful green in dim. It's a nice low-level light, which would be fantastic if you're in your bivvy, in your cot bed at night before you get your head down. You've set your rods up, you've got your bite alarms on there, and that would just give you a nice bit of light to work under or to sleep, to get ready to go to bed. And again, bright green as well. So affordability, you know, $24.99, which is absolutely fantastic, and that is affordable. And also the light has, I didn't notice this, it's got an ultraviolet light as well. It's very dim. On the end cap here, you've got your input and output for charging. So your small USB in will be your charging socket, and the larger USB out will be to use it as a power bank. So you've got 2,600 milliamp hour rechargeable battery inside. You've got your wireless remote control. You've got two lanyard straps that you can use to fix it or affix it to an item, because you've got eyes in both ends that you find on a lot of lighting. Your USB charging cable and your EVA carry case, which is really nice. I didn't expect that. I expected it just to come in a cardboard box. So that's fantastic if you're going away camping or you're going out 10 tours on Dartmoor, Exmoor. Obviously weight is a factor. It doesn't weigh a great deal. I will weigh that now just so you've got a bit of context. So the light itself, without any of the accessories, is 156 grams. Sorry for waffling. It isn't a super polished video like many others. I just wanted to share this so others could see it and hopefully purchase one themselves. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.